1905. Edgar Wallace was traveling from South Africa to England, and during the trip, he thought of a cool book idea. You see, Edward was a writer and had previously struggled with debt, just like me. Oh, he meant financial debt. So yeah, just like me. And so he took a page out of Mr. Beast's book, or rather, a flavor out of the Feastables, concluding to give cash to the creature who correctly calculated the conclusion. Cunningly! So he wrote a mystery book called The Four Just Men. Here's the story. 4 men who went rogue and want justice threaten to unalive a British foreign secretary, unless bro stops the ratification of a law that sends immigrant criminals back to their home country. Anyways, the secretary threatened them back and continues with his plan, and the 4 fair fellows troll him and whatnot. Yeah, I can't really find the book, and there's not much about it online, so that's all I know. Anyways, to advertise the book, Edward put a reward in the newspaper that he worked at, called the Daily Mail. If someone guesses the murder methods correctly, they would get £1,000, which is worth like £150,000 today. Dang, gravity has really increased since the 1900s, huh? Kind of like inflation. Wallace thought that instead of just advertising on a little European rock, he would instead tell everyone in the British Empire about this. And in 1905, the British Empire looked like this. So Edward went to the CEO and founder of the Daily Mail for the loan. "Can I have £1,000? I pinky promise to pay it back."
You think I'm made of money? Boy, I'm manufactured with blood and flesh just like you.
The CEO and founder was Lord Northcliffe. And this guy was an idiot. Watch what happens to him later. And no, that's not a viewer retention technique. I just really like what happens to this guy later. No, I'm serious. Okay, you know what? Just forget what I said anything. Anyways, Edgar, having been denied, continues with his plan without the loan. Fortunately, his co-workers persuade him to
lower the price to half that amount.
So he sets it to £500. $250 for the first puzzle, $200 for the second, and $50 for the third. And to add to that, bro spends £2,000 advertising on buses, boards, benches, and Fords. Anywhere they allow him. Which might seem crazy, but that's exactly what movies do today. Anyways, this meant he needed to make £2,500 before he could make any profit. Edward thought he could easily make this in 3 months. But this would be the most minor mistake he makes. Because when Edward finished writing the book and announced it in the Daily Mail, he told everyone the details and rules to compete. Now this is weird, because you can't just print whatever you want at the newspaper you work at, right? Like imagine anyone could print anything. Who printed this anti-dog propaganda? No one, huh? Well, I'll reward the snitch with $100. What a weirdo. Hey, thanks for not ratting me out. Sure, no problem. What? You want money now that there's a reward? No, it's fine, just forget it. No, here. I guess the cost of friendship is just $100. Thanks. Boss, it was Bob who printed the anti-dog propaganda! You rat! Anyways, bro printed the competition in the news and was set to become a millionaire in a few years. But unfortunately, in the terms of the competition, Edward didn't limit the number of winners for each category. So instead of having just one winner for the first puzzle, there could be more. And legally, Edward would have to pay out to all those who got the correct ending. Now, he could have just changed the ending so he doesn't have to pay out as much. Oh wait, he did. But there were so many guesses that either way he would have multiple people winning. Oh, and you remember the buses, boards, benches, and Fords he advertised on? Well, they worked wonderfully and his book was a bestseller. So there were even more guesses coming in. Now, the situation could have been handled better. Because when the book got popular and people started sending in their hypotheses, you know, the one they thought up with their highly tobaccinated and lead-poisoned brain? Lead. PB. You know why it's called PB? Because they used to eat it like peanut butter back in the day. You know, 2016 makes so much more sense now. Anyways, the replies kept coming in and Edward kept ignoring them, instead of just closing the competition and saying a winner had been chosen. And since the competition was listed in the Daily Mail, people started talking badly about the newspaper. Hey, you didn't pay out the prize money! Yeah, and what's the answer to yesterday's Sudoku? Yeah, and when's the next issue coming out? I want to know what silly shenanigans Garfield gets up to. So, to salvage the soiled status of the newspaper, the stupid CEO, Lord Northcliffe, stepped in to settle the situation and paid them out of pocket. See, this guy came up again. It wasn't just a retention technique. Having previously said no to a £1,000 loan, now he had to put up £5,000 to pay all of them. After this, Edward went bankrupt and sold the rights to the book for £75. And in 1907, Edward was fired from the Daily Mail. Now, this could also be considered the Daily Mail's fault because they just let whoever print whatever. It was so poorly managed that Edward was actually the very first reporter to be fired from here. And you might think this is where his story ends, but bro went on to write 170 other novels and almost 1,000 short stories. So if you want to start your career right, scam a small press and soon start your sussy business. Oh yeah, and Edward is also credited for the creation of King Kong. Okay, bye.